I started this thing and I saw how blurry the image is, and a bit dark and a bit not straight and a bit fuzzy. And I feel like that's exactly where I am right now. So, in honor of my becoming, this week has been very, very interesting. I guess in the process of healing, you don't always know how long it's gonna take, and you don't always know if you've properly worked through the pattern of the suffering that comes up to the surface until something else happens. And then the wound opens up again. And I feel like this is what I've experienced this week. I thought that I have moved on from my previous relationship. It's so interesting how I want to be as open as possible in here, and I also want to honor the space of the other person. So, working through a breakup and besides working through the physical withdrawals that are a real thing, it's it's a biological chemical reaction that the body goes through. And now with the, I don't know, the understanding from the architect, I see it so differently, or understand it a bit deeper, of how the collapsing of the triangle of what this was, and how my body is feeling into it right now. And how I have to learn or unlearn how to keep projecting outwardly and bring that inwardly. And I guess this is a human thing that we all go through one way or another. The attachment. I I don't know. I don't know how many people in this world actually are able to have a healthy attachment that don't go through the grief that comes with a breakup. I think for me, oh my God, it's been, well, it's been just over 3 months since that's happened, and I thought I had moved on until the beginning of this week when the wound got reopened, and the recurring pattern of the terror taking over, because it is a familiar feeling that surfaced. Yet I feel like this time around I saw it and held it differently, including right now. I feel like I have learned how to hold space for both the suffering and the pain that comes with the grief and the letting go and surrender and allowing it all to come to the surface, and also the other part of, I can see it for what it is, and I know my soul is rejoicing right now because I am having this human experience of suffering. So it comes in waves, and it seems to go for a fraction of a second, and then the feeling comes in again, and the anger, there's some anger there too, that I didn't want to admit to myself, that there's anger there. There's pain, there's longing, there's desperation, there's not understanding, and also knowing that people move on and people heal, and I know that I will heal this. I know I have worked through something similar before, only not to this depth. And that I survived it. And it's so interesting because I don't wish this on anybody. Because the feeling that I'm working with right now is loving somebody and then moving on. And also the other part of we weren't necessarily 100% matched. There were a lot of things that were mismatched in values, I guess, and things that we wanted in our lives and path. And we both knew sooner or later this would happen. It doesn't stop the wave of what comes up after. The human body still feels I can tell how low my energy is right now. And I can also tell how I'm preserving whatever other bits I've got left. And I can also tell that I've been extremely quiet these past few days because it's the only way I know how to deal with whatever comes up. And I haven't been more aware of my breath in my entire life that as much as I've been this week, because I have to keep bringing myself here, because I can feel my energy wanting to go out of my body and just explode and run away, and it feels like it wants to scatter itself and just not be here because my body doesn't want to feel the pain. So this is my dear diary for today. I know it'll ease off, and I know it'll take time. And I'm learning through all this how to love myself a bit more and have compassion for where I am and how I feel, and hold space for myself and allow the tears to come. I feel like this has been the most out of my comfort zone thing I have done this week, and that is crying at work and allowing other people to see me, other people that I see more as normal people. There is one that sees me at my depth. It's so interesting how I created this person that lives in a normal environment but resonates and understands and holds space in a way that I didn't think. I didn't think a person that lives the 3D reality could hold. Yeah, I think that's it from the land of the fuzziness.